Hello there, very good evening and welcome to the news at 6, getting you all the day's top developing stories. I'm Tracy Shilchi and here are the headlines. E. Palanisamy to prove his majority in the Tamil Nadu Assembly tomorrow. O. Pannirselvam faction removes AIADMK General Secretary V.K. Sasigala and her two relatives from the party. Campaigning ends for the third phase of the UP elections, polling to take place in this phase for 69 assembly seats in 12 districts on the 19th of February. Five new Supreme Court judges are sworn in against a sanctioned strength of 31. Apex Court's strength goes up 28, including the Chief Justice of India. And a day after the blast at the Lal Shehbaz Qalandar shrine that killed over 88 people in the Sindh province, Pakistani security forces killed over 39 militants in retaliation. Our top story, new Tamil Nadu Chief Minister E. Palanisamy will seek the vote of confidence in the State Assembly tomorrow. Ahead of the floor test, members from the O. Pannirselvam faction dismissed Party General Secretary Sasigala and two of her relatives who were admitted to the party earlier this week. The Pannirselvam camp has 10 MLAs on its side, including the former Chief Minister.
A day after E. Palaniswamy took oath as the Chief Minister, the Pannirselvam camp hit back at the Sasigala faction. On Friday, it claimed to have removed AIADMK General Secretary V.K. Sasigala and her two relatives from the party.
Respected OPS, supporters are fighting against AIADMK very angrily. This should be stopped. Mr. OPS has gone to memorial. He is telling that he will meet the people in this district. Let him go wherever he wants. Truth is in our side. Surely truth will win.
E. Madhusudanan, who was earlier removed as the party's presidium chairman by Sasigala, said Sasigala and her relatives had gone against party principles and ideals. He also announced the expulsion of Sasigala's relatives, TTV Dinagaran and S. Venkatesh from the party. Last week, the AIADMK had sacked Pannirselvam from the primary membership of the party. The Pannirselvam faction has 10 legislators, while Chief Minister Palaniswamy, who has been asked to prove his majority in 15 days, claims the support of at least 125 MLAs.
As far as the existing house, the Tamil Nadu Assembly is concerned, the majority is clearly with Palaniswamy, and Pannirselvam did try to get some MLAs, but he could not succeed for the simple reason that they were locked up in a resort. So whether Pannirselvam likes it or not, or anybody else likes it or not, the bottom line is Palaniswamy enjoys support of a majority of the MLAs. Whether they will vote for him tomorrow, it remains to be seen.
On Thursday, the Pannirselvam camp moved the Election Commission, challenging the election of V.K. Sasigala as General Secretary of the party. A 12-member delegation led by Rajya Sabha MP V. Maitreyan met Chief Election Commissioner Naseem Zaidi and submitted a memorandum demanding that it decline approval to her elevation to the top party post. Sasigala is currently serving a jail term of a little less than 4 years in connection with the 66 crore rupees disproportionate assets case in Bengaluru. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, we'll keep you updated on the developments there, but now let's get you the latest from the ongoing assembly elections. Campaigning for the third phase of UP elections has ended today. 69 assembly seats in 12 districts will exercise their voting right on Sunday. Prominent districts going to polls are Farrukhabad, Kannauj, Mainpuri, Etawah, Kanpur, Lucknow and Barabanki. A total of 2 crore voters will vote for the 826 candidates contesting the elections. 105 women candidates are contesting the elections in this phase. In the 2012 assembly polls, Samajwadi Party had won 55 of these 69 seats, while the BSP secured 6, BJP 5 and Congress 2 seats. Priyanka Gandhi finally hit the campaign trail for the Congress party in Uttar Pradesh on Friday. She was accompanied by her brother and party vice president Rahul Gandhi at the election rallies in Raebareli and Maharajganj. Raebareli, a Congress stronghold and party president Sonia Gandhi's constituency, will go to polls in the fifth phase of the UP Assembly elections on the 27th of February.
In a first in this poll season, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra hit the campaign trail for the Congress in Uttar Pradesh on Friday. Priyanka and her brother, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi, addressed a rally in Raebareli, the parliamentary seat held by her mother and Congress President Sonia Gandhi.
मुझे वाराणसी के लोगों ने वोट दिया और वाराणसी के लिए मैं एक बेटा हूँ, उत्तर प्रदेश का बेटा हूँ, इसीलिए मैं उत्तर प्रदेश का विकास करूंगा। तो मेरे मन में ये बात आई, क्या उत्तर प्रदेश को बाहर से किसी को वोट लेने की जरूरत है? क्या यहाँ पे नौजवान नहीं है? आप प्रदेश को आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं, जो विकास ला सकते हैं।
Rahul Gandhi also hit out at the government on the issue of demonetization, saying that the small traders and farmers were badly inconvenienced by the note ban. He also promised loans up to 5 lakh rupees for small businesses.
सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा, हिंदुस्तान साफ हो जाएगा, चमकेगा हिंदुस्तान, सबको रोजगार मिल जाएगा, महिलाएं खुश हो जाएंगी, घर में पैसा आ जाएगा, किसानों के पास पानी आ जाएगा। दिल वाले दुल्हनिया पिक्चर, अच्छे दिन। 2.5 साल बाद पता लगा शोले पिक्चर थी, गब्बर सिंह आ गया।
Earlier, Rahul Gandhi held rallies in Fatehpur and Maharajganj districts. Priyanka is among the 40 star campaigners that the Congress is counting on to improve its showing in India's most populous state. Raebareli will go to vote on February 23rd in the fourth of the 7-phase election in the state. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television.
All right, Kriti Mishra is joining us now from Lucknow for more updates on what we've seen today, especially in context with that Priyanka Gandhi rally as well. Kriti, this is the first time, of course, she's hitting the campaign trail. You know, and it was expected that she is going to be probably just concentrating on Raebareli and Amethi. Give us a sense of, you know, the kind of excitement really among Congress supporters and what they felt of it.
Well, that's right, Tracy. It was the first time that Priyanka Gandhi, Congress's star campaigner, hit the campaign trail in Family's Pocket Borough in Raebareli. Now, it is very important to note here that she directly took a jibe at Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and she said that UP doesn't need an adopted son because UP has its own sons. Now, let's understand this strategy, Tracy, because Congress's strategist Prashant Kishore had coined this term Bihari versus Bahari during Bihar elections where the Grand Alliance trumped the NDA and the BJP. So probably this is the replica that we are seeing here. She's trying to invoke that sense of pride among the voters of Uttar Pradesh. Again, Food Park became the fulcrum of her onslaught on the BJP, where she said that it was the BJP that is trying to take away, snatch away the employment opportunities. That was the biggest allegation that Priyanka Gandhi raised against the BJP. Now again, Priyanka Gandhi is somebody, and of course the Congress claimed that she played a very pivotal role in stitching this alliance between the Congress and the SP. So of course there were several rallies scheduled and rescheduled, but Priyanka Gandhi had already clarified that she would not campaign unless the Samajwadi Party withdraws 5 candidates. So of course her rally, her public meet today also reflect a lot on the nuances of this alliance between the Samajwadi Party and the Congress, and of course she has reinforced, she has enthused the cadres, the party cadres, the Congress cadres in family bastion of Raebareli.
Absolutely. And as always, you know, that speculation, as always those questions, is this the time when she'll finally be joining, or will she have a formal role really within the Congress? You know, that's of course cropped up as well, and you know, those answers will remain unanswered unless she herself or the party itself comes out with some clarity on that. Meanwhile, do we also know if she's going to be taking part in several more rallies? Do we see more of her now, you know, towards the last few phases?
While talking to the Congress insiders, what they told us right now that she would be concentrating on Raebareli and also the turf around it. But as far as Priyanka Gandhi campaigning in other constituencies and other districts, that remains unconfirmed right now, Tracy. But the message is clear that Priyanka Gandhi would be campaigning very aggressively and she would be taking a jibe. So Congress cadre is absolutely confident that Priyanka's message to the larger public, to the voters of Uttar Pradesh would have a larger appeal. But that remains to be seen whether Priyanka Gandhi could really improve the fortunes of this alliance and particularly the Congress. Tracy?
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Kriti, thank you so much for joining us for those details there. Definitely, you know, a change of sorts at least that we've seen in the UP rallies, the similar faces all the time. But Priyanka Gandhi joining in, of course, with the Congress supporters, definitely enthusing them is what Kriti is saying. Meanwhile, with just 2 days to go for the third phase of elections in Uttar Pradesh, leaders from all major parties did held rallies, in fact, to woo voters. Chief Minister and Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav addressed rallies in Barabanki and Lucknow. Akhilesh, in fact, took a dig at BSP's election symbol, saying that an uncontrollable elephant will do more damage to the state. Barabanki will go to polls in the third phase on the 19th of February. Meanwhile, Dimple Yadav, wife of Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav, also slammed Prime Minister Modi's poll promise to waive off farmers' loans at a rally in Auraiya district. She added that he could have done it in a year after being elected as Prime Minister. Why wait for now? The Samajwadi Party MP also said that Prime Minister does only man ki baat but never kaam ki baat. And campaigning for the fourth and fifth phases of Uttar Pradesh Assembly elections also on in full swing. We did see, of course, Priyanka Gandhi, but BSP chief Mayawati too said that her party does not believe in the government's interference in triple talaq and uniform civil code. Addressing a rally in Fatehpur district of Uttar Pradesh, Mayawati took a jibe at the Prime Minister for calling himself to be the adopted son of UP. She said that in spite of all this drama of the BJP, the people will not vote for the party. Talking about the Samajwadi Party feud, Mayawati said that Shivpal Yadav and his team will harm Akhilesh and his team in the upcoming polls. Fatehpur goes to polls in the fourth phase of elections on the 23rd of February.
सपा के बारे में यह बात भी सर्वविदित है कि सपा नेता श्री मुलायम सिंह यादव ने भी अपने पुत्र मोह की वजह से जिस प्रकार से कदम कदम पर अपने भाई शिवपाल यादव को जनता के सामने अपमानित किया है, तो इसका अब शिवपाल यादव व इनके खेमे के लोग इस चुनाव में अंदर अंदर अखिलेश व इनके खेमे के लोगों को जरूर नुकसान पहुंचाएंगे।
BJP President Amit Shah also hit out at the ruling Samajwadi Party at a rally in Basti district, launching a scathing attack at the Akhilesh government. Shah said that law and order situation is deteriorating day by day in the state.
उसने उत्तर प्रदेश को बर्बाद कर रख दिया है। आप मुझे बताइए, आपके गांव में घरों में 24 घंटा बिजली आती है क्या? आती है? किसानों का धान खरीदा जाता है, गन्ना किसान का भुगतान होता है। मित्रों, हर गांव रोड से जुड़ चुका है क्या? हर गांव में अस्पताल बना है, सस्ती दवाई की दुकान बनी है, महिलाओं की सुरक्षा है।
Now let's head to Bengaluru, where Bellandur Lake is now gone from foam to fire as toxic smoke choked the whole city today. This is the third instance when the lake caught fire. Factory waste and general sewage have led to extreme levels of water pollution in the lake, but this time officials feel a pile of burning garbage caused the scare.
Fire broke out in the highly polluted waters of Bellandur Lake in Bengaluru last evening. The flames raged for a while as the area was enveloped in smoke. Even fire department personnel found themselves in a perplexing situation after seeing dense smoke emerging from the lake. Residents living near the lake were left panicked.
जो जितना भी ये आग लगा शायद मेरे ख्याल से जो केमिकल वगैरह जो फैक्ट्री से आता है उसकी वजह से प्रदूषण की वजह से ये आग लगा जैसा लग रहा है मेरे।
Getting like mixed in water and it's forming of chemical and it is within mixed with like fire and it's injurious to humans also.
पानी इधर से आता है, पूरा मस्किटो ज़्यादा है, बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है सर उधर.
Pollution regularly causes the Belandur lake to froth so heavily that the foam can be seen on roads nearby. And fires are often sparked by deadly effluents in the lake. But officials claim that this time it was a pile of burning garbage that caused the scare.
This is the third time that the same lake has actually caught fire, and we've actually seen in Bangalore that most of the lakes are actually, there's toxins, there's froth that actually spills over to the roads of Bangalore. So it's a serious concern when it is about environment, and at the same time also the impact that it actually has on human health.
Belandur and Varthur are the two major lakes in Bengaluru. Of late, both have been ruined because of the constant dumping of untreated sewage and toxic chemicals and detergents from the nearby small factories. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
5 new Supreme Court judges were sworn in on Friday, taking the apex court's strength to 28, including the Chief Justice of India. Justices Sanjay Kishan Kaul, Naveen Sinha, Mohan M., Deepak Gupta and S. Abdul Nazir were administered the oath of office by CJI J.S. Khehar. The new judges were previously the Chief Justices of Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, Kerala, Madras and Rajasthan High Courts. Their appointments were approved by President Pranab Mukherjee on Wednesday. The Chief Justice of India, J.S. Khehar, and 3 other judges are slated to retire from the Supreme Court this year. 7 more will retire in 2018. The sanctioned strength of judges in the Supreme Court is 31, including the Chief Justice. With that, a quick break here. Up next, more national international news. Stay with us.
This year, we have declared this campus as a net energy positive campus. In this campus, we have triple effect vapor absorption machine. This is one of the highest efficient cooling systems we have. Target by 2022 is 100 gigawatt. If we achieve that, India will become a leader in green energy and it will give the lesson to entire world.
Watch Eureka with S.K. Singh, Director General, National Institute of Solar Energy, Gurugram, only on Rajya Sabha television.
It's election time again. Voters in 5 states gear up to cast their votes. Catch all the action in Verdict 2017, Monday to Friday on Rajya Sabha television.
The splendid, grand and massive neo-Buddhist copper dome of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. It gets its influence from stupa at Sanchi. The dome is more than twice the height of the rest of the building. The reinforced concrete shell of the outer dome began to be formed during the beginning of 1929. The last stone of the dome was laid on April 6, 1929.
Welcome back. Let's get you the latest now from Pakistan on the Shrine Blast probe. Security forces today killed more than 39 militants in a nationwide crackdown. This a day after an ISIS suicide bomber blew himself up in the Sufi shrine of Lal Shehbaz Qalandar in Sindh Sevan province. Officials said the crackdown would be intensified in the coming days as the government had resolved to eliminate militancy. The death toll in Thursday's blast has touched 88, but several persons injured are still in a critical condition. This is the 8th terror attack in Pakistan in the last 5 days and comes amid reports of the reunification of some powerful factions of the Pakistani Taliban. Some of these groups have links with the Afghanistan-Pakistan chapter of the Islamic State. Meanwhile, Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has vowed to fight militants responsible for the attack, which has been claimed by the Islamic State. The US, EU and United Nations too condemned the strike. Hours after the attack, Pakistan-Afghanistan border was closed until further orders.
मैंने यहाँ पे देखा कि क़यामत सुगरा जैसा मंजर था। यहाँ पे दरगाह लाल शहबाज कलंदर के अंदर अहाते में या जो सहन है पूरा, यहाँ पे हजारों की तादाद में ज़ायरीन थे, रो रहे थे। क़यामत सुगरा जैसा मंजर था, कोई किसी को उठाने वाला नहीं था।
Survivors of the attack recount the horror as a powerful bomb ripped through a packed Sufi Lal Shahbaz Kalandar shrine in the town of Sehwan in Sindh province on Thursday night. The attack has been claimed by the Islamic State group. The attacker first threw a grenade which failed to explode, then he blew himself up among the devotees. The casualties are high as the shrine was crowded, as Thursday is considered a sacred day to pray at the shrine.
एंटर होने के फौरन बाद एक भयानक सी आवाज़ आई। तब तो कोई ख्याल नहीं था कि कोई बम ब्लास्ट है, लेकिन ये अचानक ख्याल आया कि आज हम मर गए। ऐसे लग रहा था जैसे कि कोई क़यामत का मंजर हो। जैसे भी बाहर निकला तो उसी टाइम मुझे कोई पता नहीं लगा, बेहोश हो गया।
The authorities immediately launched massive rescue and relief operations. Since the shrine is located in a remote area, ambulances and medical teams were sent from far-flung city areas to take care of the injured and move the bodies. Late at night, Pakistan Army night flying helicopters were also put into service. Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif condemned the attack, saying, "The past few days have been hard and my heart is with the victims. But we can't let these events divide us or scare us. We must stand united in this struggle for the Pakistani identity and universal humanity." This is the 8th terror attack in Pakistan in last 5 days and comes amid reports of the reunification of some powerful factions of the Pakistani Taliban. Some of these groups have links with the Afghanistan-Pakistan chapter of the Islamic State. Bureau Report, Rajya, Sabha TV.
US President Donald Trump launched a ferocious attack on the media while defending his record during his first weeks in office. Trump appeared in a 76-minute press conference where he told reporters their level of dishonesty was out of control. He cited coverage of his campaign's alleged contacts with Moscow. Critics say his blocked travel ban and the firing of a top advisor point to a White House in chaos. But the president used his speech to tout his fulfillment of campaign promises and said his administration was a fine-tuned machine. An event that began with Trump announcing his new choice for Labor Secretary escalated into a blistering attack on the media. He charged them with downplaying his achievements after he inherited a mess at home and abroad, quote-unquote.
Well, the leaks are real. You're the one that wrote about them and reported them. I mean, the leaks are real. You know what they said. You saw it. And the leaks are absolutely real. The news is fake. Tomorrow they will say, Donald Trump rants and raves at the press. I'm not ranting and raving. I'm just telling you, you're dishonest people. But I'm not ranting and raving. I love this. I'm having a good time doing it. But tomorrow the headlines are going to be Donald Trump rants and raves. I'm not ranting and raving.
And now let's give you more international news updates in Global Buzz. The Syrian army has claimed that it has recaptured the high-end gas field in Homs suburbs after engaging in heavy fighting with Islamic State fighters. The army released a video on Wednesday showing helicopters attacking and soldiers mounting an offensive against IS militants in the area. Syrian forces, backed by Russia and Hezbollah, have advanced in many areas across the country following the successful retaking of Aleppo in December. G20 foreign ministers began their second day of meetings in Bonn in Germany today with a discussion on the situation in Syria. The meeting coincided with reports from Ankara that the Turkish military was nearing the end of its operation to take control of the northern Syrian city of Al-Bab from Islamic State and that the jihadist resistance had largely been broken. The summit is a first for Rex Tillerson, the newly appointed US Secretary of State. Participants also include Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, British Foreign Minister Boris Johnson and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, among others. A massive car bomb ripped through a car market in southern Baghdad late last night, killing at least 55 people and wounding more than 60. The attack has been considered as one of the deadliest that occurred this year. According to security forces, the vehicle which blew up was parked in a crowded street full of garages and used car dealers in Hay al-Shurta, a Shiite district in the southwest of the city. The Islamic State group has claimed responsibility for the bombing in an online statement. And now let's get you all the latest from the world of sports in Sports Beat. Indian shuttler PV Sindhu rose to a career best of 5th in the latest international badminton rankings. This is the first time that Sindhu has broken into the top 5. Saina Nehwal, ranked 9th, is the other Indian in the top 10. Chinese Taipei's Sai Zhu Ying continues to lead the rankings. Marin Cilic and Thomas Berdych progressed to the quarterfinals of the World Indoor Tournament in Rotterdam. Top-seeded Cilic was stretched in 3 sets by fellow Croat Borna Soric, 6-1, 2-6, 6-4. Fourth-seeded Thomas Berdych, however, advanced to the last 8 with straight sets victory over Frenchman Richard Gasquet. Zlatan Ibrahimovic's first hat-trick for Manchester United handed the Reds a comfortable win over Saint Etienne in the round of 32 of Europa League. In the first leg encounter, Ibrahimovic opened the scoring in the 15th minute and then went on to add 2 more in the second half, taking his goal tally to 23 this season. The two sides will meet for the second leg on the 22nd of February. That's all we have for you on the news at 6. Thanks for joining us.